Hello, everyone. We are live at 5 Eastern Standard Time. I'm Paul Wantora.
I'm Beth Stevens.
And as always, we're joined by Caitlin Moynihan. Oh, she's in the middle today.
Hello. Oh,
like moved us out. How's everyone doing? Yeah.
It's Thursday.
Got it.
Hanging in there. Hanging in.
Luckily, we have a joyful, fantastic guest today. Beth, who is in the lamp today?
Michael James Scott, of course, from Aladdin. And, he's like Broadway's hype man. You can't talk to him without smiling. He's the best. He's the best.
Yeah, he's fantastic. We will get to him, but first, let's talk about today's news.
We're starting today off on yet another kind of bad note.
Yes, it's a very bad note. We have to talk about another death, and this is Mark Blum, who was an Obie winner and a wonderful character actor in a lot of Broadway shows. His last credit was Assembled Parties. Remember that one at the Samuel J. Friedman Theater with Jessica Hecht and Jeremy Shamus. He died from complications of the coronavirus. He was only 69 years old. Just a wonderful actor. You've seen him in a million things. A lot of people remember him from Crocodile Dundee or Desperately Seeking Susan, who played the husband. But he was in a lot of shows. He was in the original Best Man, Gore Vidal's Best Man in 2000. Right. And then he went back into that show in 2012. He replaced Michael McKean in the same role that he had originated. Right. That one was
like a real staple of the theater world and the theater community.
Yes, tons of off-Broadway credits. Playwrights Rising's put out a statement. He worked at the Public Theater. He was in so many. I mean, I could just list so many different credits. But as you saw his face, you're probably like, I know him. He was in a lot of TV shows as well. Yeah. So there we go. I hope we don't have to do a lot of these obituaries. They're breaking my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in a turn of events and another exciting news, London is letting us stream some of their biggest shows from our home.
They are. So this is the National Theatre, because the National Theatre in London, obviously, they record. Do they record all their shows? They record a lot of them.
I don't know. They have a deep archive.
Yeah, and they put them in movie theaters. And so what they announced is, and the big one that's sort of really exciting is James Corden did One Man, Two Governors, which was so funny. It was at the music. Thank you for
the whole thing like that.
It was at the Music Box Theater. Am I right? Is that the Music Box?
That sounds right. Yeah.
I think it was. He won a Tony Award. That was really like right before he really took off in America. That was like a great launch for him. It's so good. That will be one of the things they're doing. So what they're doing is they're putting these on their YouTube channel. One Man, Two Governors will be on April 2nd, which is next week. And they're going to screen them every Thursday at 2 p.m. Thursday matinee. That's like a very British thing, isn't it? Thursday matinee?
It is, actually.
British thing, or a Moulin Rouge thing. And then they'll be made on demand for 7 days. So this is great. They're just basically opening up their archives a little bit. They will also be showing Jane Eyre. I don't think it's the musical.
It is not.
Treasure Island on April 16th, 12th Night. Featuring Tamsin Greig, did I say her name right? On April 23rd, and more titles to come. So this is sort of a great thing. They have all this amazing entertainment filmed, and they're going to give us some great entertainment during these times.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Madonna is campaigning for a Sweet Charity revival.
Well, this is a random but fun one. Madonna,
who is extremely entertaining on Instagram.
Who's very entertaining in many ways on Instagram. Madonna has said that she's inspired to write a musical.
I know, that was weird.
She said that in her Instagram message, but then she also sang Hey Big Spender, and she knows the words, while feeling inspired by a little bit of Fosse. She was just getting dressed. I don't know. It was just funny. We put it up because it made us laugh, and we all need that right now. And she said she was having a Bob Fosse moment.
Also, let's just remind everybody, Madonna started wanting to be a Broadway dancer. When she first came to New York before her recording career took off, she was auditioning for Broadway shows.
Yes.
She knows how to dance. She's a great dancer, obviously. And I saw her the Madame X tour that just ended. I got to see it in Brooklyn. It was amazing for me. But it almost felt like a Broadway show. Like when I was watching it, I thought, oh, this is like one step away from actually being kind of like a theatrical concert.
She has always been very theatrical.
Yeah, and she purposely was very intentionally playing small venues because, so I don't know, and she was on Broadway, of course, in Speed the Plow, but I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if Madonna did end up doing something with Broadway.
Probably not Charity Hope Valentine, but who knows? Who knows?
Probably not.
Yes, and we got a sweet and inspiring message from hopefully one of our upcoming Broadway stars.
That's right, we did. So today would have been the first preview, is that right, of Sing Street on Broadway, which of course played off Broadway, and then it was transferring to Broadway. And star Zara Devlin, who played Rafina, she was fantastic in it. I saw it off Broadway. She went to Facebook today and put up a really sweet message from her home in Ireland. She sang the 1960s Dusty Springfield song, I Only Want to Be With You, which is a nice sort of positive message. You can watch it on the site, and hopefully we will see her and Sing Street on Broadway soon enough. So that's today's news. And hey, Caitlin, why don't you? Thank you, Beth. We'll pop you in later. Caitlin, tell everyone about today's guest, please.
Yes, guys, we have Mr. Michael James Scott here with us today for Live at 5 Home Edition, both live on YouTube and Facebook. He has just recently returned to Agrabah again to be Broadway's Genie. He has appeared on Broadway 9 times. He knows what he's doing. Some of his Broadway credits include Something Rotten, The Book of Mormon, Mamma Mia, Hair. He's done a lot. He just got married. Did you guys read that beautiful article about his awesome wedding? Him and his husband met at drama camp, I think. You guys can follow him on social media at IamMJScott. Leave all of your questions down in the comments below, both on Facebook and YouTube, so we can ask Michael later. And please welcome Michael and Paul.
Michael James Scott. How are you, sir? Yeah, you're back. You're back. We like having you here.
I'm so happy to be back.
We've redone some things since you were last here. We're getting to see people's homes. It's a whole new thing.
I know. You're like actually in my home.
I'm in your home. Yeah. So actually, let's get a little glimpse of it. It looks fabulous.
Oh,
it looks very, very nice. So we're in California. Is that where we are?
We are in California.
Oh wait, hold on. No. I need to see it. Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, there she is. There she is. You know, we actually had Mike Harrison, who does a bunch of the like Broadway dressing rooms.
Right.
We had him out here, and he did our house.
Well, you know, I whether or not you had help, I knew it was going to look good because you're sort of known for your style, and I'm sure you could have pulled it together on your own. But it's always good to have professionals, I guess.
We gave him. I gave lots of visuals.
Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of notes, direction and notes. I also want to say, I said this when I first saw you pop on, but I appreciate the fashion because I was complaining that I'm all over television these days. Everyone is broadcasting from their homes, and nobody seems to have anything but a dirty T-shirt at home. And I like to throw on a blazer for Live at 5 because I like to pretend like I'm dressing up for something every day, even though I am home. But
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Boo. Please dress up. Listen, I am offended. We all need to put on a blazer or a sequin jacket, a boa, or something, and keep it moving and keep it up, because I'm telling you, I need to put on something. I can't just wear a T-shirt.
Yeah.
At all.
I appreciate it. So how has it been? Let's talk a little bit about the last few weeks in your life. You obviously were playing the Genie in Aladdin. Yeah. You will play the Genie again. This could become like your Hello Dolly. I mean, you might be playing the Genie. We might see you do it. You might pop back in 40 years and be the Genie in somewhere. I don't know. I feel like this is a great role for you. I mean, this could become a consistent.
Oh my gosh!
But for now, you're not playing the Genie, and you're out in California. So talk a little bit about how you got out in California, how you got out to California, and what your life's been like the last few weeks.
Sure. Well, first of all, I must say, and just give you and the team, all of you all, Beth, Caitlin, all of you all, the Rosie Live Broadway Cares live stream was just amazing and so glorious and so beautiful. And as a community member, like I couldn't have been so just more proud of just like getting to see colleagues and friends and fans of people who I love, and as well just doing this. It was just incredible. So
thank you. But wait, then I'm gonna make you tell me, what was your favorite moment?
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I mean, well, as much as I live for all the divas and all of it, I will say Miss Adrienne.
That's mine. That's mine. Adrienne Warren in the bathtub.
I love me some Adrienne, and I was like, I literally was like, okay, so here we go. Like that for me, it was kind of like it will go down as like a Broadway. Like
I think so. I think that's some Broadway history there.
Period. Like
the sax solo. I died. I wasn't ready for the sax solo. I thought I saw all her tricks, and then the sax came out. I mean.
I literally was like, watching, like, OMG. It was amazing. It was amazing.
You know what? Actually, I'll tell you something. I was running the cameras and the sound and everything, and I made a little mistake during Adrienne's thing, and I'm glad I did, because I tried to drop out Rosie's mic. Oh, her mic was on when the sax came out, and you can hear her laughing. It's like really funny, because I mean, I was dying. I couldn't believe it. So anyway.
If I could see that part. I'm obsessed. It was amazing. Yes. Thank you all for putting that on, because I know
Rosie.
It was Rosie. I know Eric Bergen was like
Eric Bergen. Yep.
Helped. It was amazing. So it was awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We will continue. We'll continue to keep pushing and donating to especially Broadway Cares and the Actors Fund, because it's pretty incredible. And the money we've raised so far is already just amazing. So, I am in LA, and I came back. So we actually moved to LA about 3 years. Almost 4 years ago, right when Aladdin happened in Australia. My husband is a film director, and so we actually ended up coming out here doing that. Oh, I can say that my husband now.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yes, and so we actually ended up moving out here, set up shop here, and of course, once that happened,
right. Then they call you back.
What would be okay? So you're coming to Broadway. You're going to go to London. You're going to go out. And as an actor, as you know, in this business, you've been around. You know what's up and how this business works, and work takes you away as well. You go where the work is, and you make it work, and that is what we've done. And so, my life has been in New York and LA and kind of all over the world in the last few years. That has just kind of been a little like, where am I? But I'm technically based here in Los Angeles. Right. However, I am a New Yorker.
I know you are. I know you are. But I'm glad you're getting to appreciate your throw pillows a little bit.
Thank you. Thank you.
You were your vlog. I always get confused. Is it live from the life in the land? Which one is it?
And oh my God, Beth, because we had a different title, and I kept saying it. Beth was like, "We're just gonna go with that."
Beth, let's talk about
it. Was Life in the Lamp. I'm living Life in the Lamp right now in my apartment.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like we're all in the lamp.
Welcome to the lamp. I have some iced tea in the refrigerator, if y'all need, and we can just kiki in the lamp.
But Michael, you did say it wrong, and then I would call you and I'd be like, we're not changing the graphics, so it's Life in the Lamp, not Live from the Lamp.
When we do the sequel, it's going to be Kiki in the Lamp.
Yes.
Okay.
I call my dressing room Cave of Kiki. So, definitely we have the Kiki in the Lamp. Oh, I love doing that vlog. Are you kidding me? It was so much fun.
I'm seeing some good sunlight, some California sunlight out there. And are you getting out and then into the air at all? And
well, I have to say, I think the obviously, like, I am, like everyone, trying to figure out and wrap my brain around all of the craziness that is going on. But I will say there is something about this sort of reset that is happening all over the world that is forcing us all to take a breather. And so, looking at it in a positive, light kind of a way, the sunshine is definitely doing that for me, and just sort of getting out and sitting out, in there and kind of like being one with my thoughts. For people who know me, I am not usually someone who just sits around. So and my husband can attest that, it's forcing me to sit my booty right on down.
uh-huh.
But I think that it's a good thing. It's teaching teaching us all a lot in this time. And as scary as it is, as uncertain as it is, it's also been really incredible to see so many people online, your own families, your own friends and families and all that stuff, connecting and all of that. And it's forcing people to not just texting it, but actually like visually looking, because you're like, I need to see people. I'm sure for you as well too, like you're it's nice to be able to talk to people.
Yeah, actually I'm gonna pop Beth in again. Hey Beth, what app you just made me join?
Made you Marco Polo.
Oh
yeah.
I have not been on Marco. Oh, apparently Caitlin's also a big Marco Polo.
Yeah.
Paul, this is crazy.
I'm sorry, Beth. Literally, my first message was from Beth, so I'm there now.
It's so fun.
Oh,
it is fun. I'm really into it. Immediately into it.
Because
I have to say, I love a FaceTime, but some of the FaceTime, and I'm trying to have honest, great moments with people, but sometimes they go on.
I know. Well, that's why you also need to get into House Party.
I saw that too. Party? That's like a
group. More about House Party, Miss Caitlin. I see you up there. Like, what's it? House Party? Listen, House Party is it, because I think you can have up to like 8 or 10 people. You all can kiki in a room together. You can play games.
What?
Like
House Party?
Are you?
I have House Party. Yeah.
What?
It's like I have kids. They know everything.
Oh, well, of course. Oh my gosh, of course, yes, you're middle one with that sweet note.
My daughter saw Aladdin, the 5th anniversary, and then she wrote a review that I showed Michael because.
Oh, that's right. What is it?
It was a lot of stars.
It was a good review, right?
Good review.
I was worried. I was like, because listen, people will tell you the truth, and I'm gonna take my notes from them little ones. I'm gonna take my notes. But listen, House Party is it, and I have been like, it's so much fun to kind of like go in and like chat with people and just be ridiculous without like a serious conversation, because I feel like the first week obviously was like this thing where everyone was like, what is happening? And there's your feeds, the TV, everything is consumed by the pandemic that is going on. I don't even like saying it because it just makes me like, oh my God, it's just crazy. But it is what is happening. And now I'm like, how are we moving past that? Still getting our news, being informed, all those things. And now I'm like, what else can we talk about? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, because it's just so consuming, and you can go down a dive for hours, and you're like, I have just been looking up this virus for like 3 hours, and I'm basically getting the same information for myself. So I'm gonna just put it down. I'm gonna come back at it. I'm gonna be informed, and I'm gonna laugh a little bit.
I'm gonna download House Party immediately. I'm into it. I love a house party. So, what about binging? Are you binging? You give me recommendations? I need some binging this weekend.
Okay, well, obviously, like, the Real Housewives of all things.
Okay, that's like your number one.
It's like, but you know what I've been binging? It's Succession. So do you know about Succession on
Succession? I thought you said Session. I know about Succession, but Beth wants me to get into it. I need to do it again. I need to get in.
You need to get Jeremy, my husband, got me into it, and we started it, and like we are like glued. Okay. That one's really good. Okay. Pen 15 is also it's like that's a great binge. Okay. My husband's been binging like all the Star Trek episodes, like all that. Oh. Yeah, and I mean, I had to get caught up on because I was way behind. I mean, it's only been a few weeks, but I was way behind on RuPaul's Drag Race. Okay. I'm now caught up. Well, I never. That's something I never get behind on. Okay, we'll see. You may not be on House Party.
Are you watching this new season?
Oh yes.
Any like favorite standouts? The ones that are eligible for the finale, please. Let's just keep it to the eligible performers.
I mean, you just like made me go silent because
a lot of them have musical theater background, like Jan.
I know. A lot of them
musical theater, and yeah,
which I'm like, okay. Some of my favorites include the chocolate queen from the Midwest. What's her name? She's the thick girl. You know that she's letting me have it.
Yeah, I don't have it's so funny. It takes me so long to learn the names. I get so mixed up.
Me too.
The thick girl.
The thick, you know, she's giving you the thick girl track. You know what I mean? Like, it's fierce. I'm like, get it, girl. I'm living because that's what I would be. I would be that too. So work.
Yes, amazing.
But there's that. Also, binge. If you can, I don't know if you did, but the RuPaul's UK. Did you see that?
Oh yeah, I did that with a bag of chips. And they were somehow like much more innocent. They was like there was something a little more. It was like drag had not been around. They like the American Drag Race people are so polished now.
Yes,
they come in like so skilled.
They're like
the British ones had a little bit of charm. They were a little bit more like craft, like a craft project.
I agree. I was like, gosh, US child, they are no joke. Like it's so serious. It's like such a thing. It was refreshing to see the UK like, you know, just bag of chips.
That's the bag of chips. I love it. Okay, this conversation is amazing. I'm gonna bring on first of all, Beth and Libby are here, your critic. Who saw you in Aladdin. Hey Libby, how was Michael James Scott as the genie?
Really good.
Really good. Put that in the front of house.
Like really good or like awesome?
Awesome.
I'm gonna upgrade your
Michael,
you guys can see on Broadway. Y'all hear that? Come on now.
She's really into Six right now.
Oh,
musical. That's her new thing.
Did you see it in previews?
Yeah, I saw it.
And what did you think? Because I didn't get to see it.
It's really, really
good. Really good.
Yes. Okay. I hear the music is amazing. Like I hear the music is pretty awesome.
You know the lyrics?
She knows the songs. She knows the lyrics. And
Oh.
She knows them. Mm-hmm. She's working out. She's going to do a YouTube video of her doing all the songs.
Oh, please.
Okay, I'm going to thank you for joining us, Libby. I'm going to, hey, Caitlin, what are the fans saying?
I love this. So yesterday, Mr. Ben Crawford was our guest, and he said if he could be stuck quarantined with any Broadway character, he said the Genie. So Ginger Crawford on YouTube wants to know, what do you think about that? And what would you, as the Genie and Mr. Ben Crawford, do together?
What would the Phantom and the Genie do together?
Oh my Lord. That would be quite a quarantine situation. I mean, I feel like the Genie would be like annoying a lot of the Phantom. Like he would just be like,
that's what I said. I said the Genie would be a lot. That would be a lot of energy.
Although I feel like the Genie could get him to do like like a fierce, I will never leave you, a fierce take me or leave me, like
Or
I feel
how
like
about some TikTok videos between the Phantom and the
yes,
that madness?
yes.
Okay, I'm into it.
I love it. I think it would be amazing. I'm upset. Yes.
Here for it.
Mhm.
Yes. All right. So Tizip on Facebook says, Michael, you are a beacon of light. Thank you for your constant positivity and joy. It is always needed and appreciated. So I want to know, Mike, MJS, what keeps you motivated? What keeps you wanting to continue to be this positive light?
Well, honestly, listen, I have days, off days and low times and all those things. And I think the thing for me is that if my spirit isn't bright, it's, I don't know, it just makes life feel not as fun. So there's a spirit that I feel like that just helps me and resonates with me to just keep a light within my soul, and that really helps me. And I also depend on other people for that. I look at, I want to laugh. So I go and look at fun videos and talk to people who also have that light and just sort of that positive thing to help through all kinds of crazy times. It can be a lot, for some people, but I think for me, it's always been something like for my soul that has been kind of food for my soul, is to think about positivity and light.
Cool. Love it.
Nice.
I love it.
Cool. Can we take?
I thought we were on Oprah. I thought we were on the tour with Oprah. I'm getting you all PS like on I'm getting you like Ed, because I'm like live right now. So I'm like, look who it is.
Love
it. All right, can we take one more question?
Yes.
No.
All right. So Mary on YouTube says, hi, Michael, you have amazing style. Do you have any style icons?
Yeah, I want to know too.
Well, thank you, Mary, first of all. I mean, oh gosh, you know what? Honestly, growing up, like I love like Betsy Johnson and even like things like Jonathan Adler, like those sort of like really just prints, like lots of prints. But like in terms of people, I don't know, like I'm inspired by so many different people who are like, quote unquote style icons. Obviously, if you want to go like back, for me, I live for like the style of like the old school cats, like Grace Kelly and like all of those, like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, like the classic thing. And then I like to sort of juxtapose that with like, the fabulous Billy Porter, like, and go there. But I have always loved expressing myself with print and color and not being afraid to just sort of like, go big, because why not? And it's such an expression of fun. I look at all the design shows. I watch all of that. I live me some Christian Siriano. I love, he's
making masks. I mean, I love it so much. I know.
If I didn't love him, I can't love him anymore. You know what I mean? Like, it's just amazing. But I love that. I love the style. I mean, Beyonce, come on, all of that. The style of that. John Legend style is everything.
Oh.
Mr. Dapper, like Mr. Dapper Dan, all of that. I'm obsessed. Gucci, come on,
So if Madonna just tells us all that she's going to do Sweet Charity in the fall, are you going to be Rhythm of Life? Are you going to be Daddy in the church? Will you do it with her if she really wants it?
Listen, we will go to feel the rhythm of life, all of it. I will get her to that, into Vogue. We could go right into it. Like, feel the rhythm of life, Vogue.
Okay, that is brilliant. that you worked Vogue into the Rhythm of Life. I mean,
if we're having
give them what they want.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
You know, she can't do a concert without singing Vogue, so she can't do a Broadway show without singing Vogue.
Me either.
Let's pop that on. Hi, Beth, still there. Michael James Scott, we all love you. We know our viewers love you. Thank you for joining us.
I love you all
out there.
Thank you all for having us and having me. And I love me some Broadway.com. So it's always a treat to get to come on and chat and kiki with y'all. I'm actually doing a thing for Disney on Broadway tomorrow. We're doing, and I'm going to be interviewing Sierra Renee, and we're going to. It's basically like Disney on Broadway stars kikiing live.
My dog is very excited about it. Yes. Big Sierra Renee fan. Henry, big Sierra Renee fan. Calm down. Okay, so wait. So how do we see that?
Amazing. So on the Disney on Broadway, their profile on it's. Oh my God.
He wanted to. Okay.
Hey, boo. On the Disney on Broadway channel, well, they're on Instagram. We're gonna go live, and it's gonna be all things Disney on Broadway, which will be really fun. And yeah, so I'm gonna lead it, and that's gonna be tomorrow. I'm just trying to bring up some we're just having fun, just trying to keep it light, keep it fun during these times, and during this crazy time. But just like how you all are doing, y'all keep bringing us amazing stuff, even while we are quarantined and social distancing. Broadway.com is like, we're gonna give you a concert. Yeah.
Stop it. We are blushing. Thank you so much for your kind words. Beth, Caitlin, Beth and Michael. Bye, Beth. Bye, Michael. Caitlin, why don't you take us?
Gladly. Thank you guys so much for continuing to watch Live at 5 Home Edition. We're going to be live on both Facebook and YouTube every single weekday at 5 p.m. And guys, tomorrow we got Tony winner, Broadway queen and icon Kelly O'Hara hanging out with us. So be sure to tune in.